Well, good morning. This is Home Inspector Dan, starting our inspection down in Santan Valley today. We got a stucco house built about 20 years ago. Not too many issues going on, but we've had some work done here today. Always start the inspection at the front of the house, the water meter, check the driveway. Got main plumbing cleanouts right in the front. Main water shut off right here. We've got good water pressure, about 65 psi today. Electrical panel. No major issues with it, but we don't have any power in the garage today. So whatever is going on with the garage, everything is on. We've had a couple breakers that have been swapped out. These kick out plates or these blockout plates are kind of loose in here, but square D breakers been replaced in 3 of them. The rest of them are on a GE panel. We do have some pre-treatment marks, so when they built this house they treated it with termite treatment around the perimeter. I didn't see any other evidence of termite treatment today, nor did I see termites. Looking around the side of the house here, we can see we got a little bit of patchwork there on the stucco, and then the grade is brought up too high. We need 2 inches on the grade so we can find the termites. The windows on the house, they're doing their job, but most of the latches are broken, screens are missing. A little bit of stucco patch, got a little bit of rust around the condensate line. So that's just indicating to me that the previous system that they had installed here had leaked rust, or the pan got rusty and leaked. The pan has been replaced up in the attic. Everything looks good today. This is the east side of the house. There's always going to be some of these caps loose. They just need to be secured down. Get some concrete adhesive. Almost brand new air conditioner or heat pump today. No gas here. We got a 3.5 ton heat pump. We got a 42. It's telling me it's 3.5 tons. Now the hardscape in the backyard has got some water ponding around the back patio. You can see by the dirt left after the water evaporated, even in some of these other areas. Well, they used to have a lot of landscaping down here because there's tons of irrigation manifolds. Got 2 in there, 2 in there, 2 in there. So we had 6 total zones located back here. Nothing is turned on or working today. The irrigation system has been turned off. Some more brick paver issues down here on the ground. You can see they had a fire pit over the brick. This is what's going to happen. You create too much heat, that stuff is going to move, it's going to expand. Outside of the house, we've got a couple missing lights on the back patio. Missing screen on the door. Door was working okay. Could use a little bit of work down on the track. Now we've got these steel reinforcing bars sticking out. Now this is from when they poured the foundation. They didn't patch these up very well, so they need to be covered because they're starting to rust and they're starting to blow out the concrete in a couple different areas along the side of the house. We've got a little rooftop put over here just to block. It's probably for the garbage bins so they don't get rained on. But the wood up here is shot. It's just completely deteriorated. So it's not covering the house, but it is touching the house. That's something that we've got to inform the clients. Water damaged wood is a breeding ground for termites. Termites love it. So I think this faucet had previously leaked. You can see some of the water staining underneath it on the foundation and on the stucco. Some of the stucco patches even around the faucet, but it's been repaired. But we're missing an anti-siphon device on this hose bib. This hose bib should have a proper backflow device to prevent water from being sucked up through a hose back into our drinking water supply. So here's another one of those metal bars that's starting to rust out. Back at the front of the house, got a little bit of faux stone on the front. Garage door looks okay, but like I said, we don't have any power in the garage, so I wasn't able to test the power opener today. Got a little bit of cracking on the stone on the front of the house. This is just fake, it's not going to go anywhere, but you should patch that just to make sure it doesn't get any worse or fall off or get any moisture behind it. Had to tighten up the light fixtures a little bit. They're a little bit loose today, but they tightened up and sealed fine. Walkway, no immediate issues. Everything's flat. Grading and drainage is proper on this. And on the side of the house, we've got pretty clean areas. So this vegetation, this bougainvillea is just a little bit too close to the house. Those things grow like crazy, and it's going to grow into the home there. You can kind of tell where it's touched the stucco before, but they've painted. But we've got some rust here. I don't know what this is from. It's on top of the windowsill on the bottom. There's nothing draining above it besides the roof. There's a little bit of staining below it. So due to the condition of the windows inside the house, I would imagine that that window is leaking. There's no moisture today around it when checked with the moisture detector, but this is right underneath the kitchen sink. And there's some water damage in the cabinet, both below the sink and off to the side. So it's hard to tell if that water damage came from the window or a previous plumbing leak that has been repaired. On the inside of the home, again, we're looking at the window latches. Broken. All the windows have been locked out with wooden dowels. Closets, nothing to really write home about. Laundry system, we've got your security system mounted in here. We don't do a thorough test of those. Just make sure that it's placed there and comment on it. Now it's going to be a little dark in here because I can't open the door, but you see that patch up there? It's a little bit of a circle patch. There used to be HVAC system in the garage. They used to pump hot and cold air into the garage. No vents, but there's some patching in 4 or 5 different locations on the ceiling, especially right there where this vent used to go. So they used to have this garage temperature controlled. We've got another vent back there. This is all over the top of the garage. So it's a nice idea to get your garage insulated, but it's also a fire hazard, and any home inspector is going to write this up for fire entering into the home or carbon monoxide through the ventilation system. Can't have ventilation from your HVAC system in the garage area. So we do have a good pan on the water heater today, so if anything drips, it's going to go into the pan, follow this PVC line down to the concrete. It's 2021. Yeah, some of these are pretty easy to tell. The year, born on date is November 12th, 2021, and we got a 40-gallon tank, electric. There's no gas at the property. So up there we've got your doorbell transformer. Those do go out every once in a while. Let's go back in the house. Chilly outside today. Missing some door stops. It's not a big thing, but you can tell doorknob is already starting to hit there. It's the same by the front door as well. Another door stop missing. So in the bedrooms, we've got some wainscoting around Sidewall. Now this limits my view of termite damage or water damage in the wall. When you've got wood on front of your wall, there could be damage inside of it that I can't see because it's concealed. Windows, no major water damage around them. Don't really see anything leaking, but more latches broke. Well, that can become important if you're trying to get out of your house during a fire. If your window is your only egress and your latches are broke, that's probably not a good thing. Of course, closets, no issues. We've got half hots located on the far wall. That's the only light you have in your 2 bedrooms. The primary does have a light kit, but no ceiling fan. Thermostat got here today. It was about 62 degrees, bumped on the heat pump to 70. It's up at 68 already. It's doing good. Got a good air filter located up there. Doorbell, if you ever want to swap it out. Smoke detectors were replaced in 2021. At least this one was, and the one in the other bedrooms. But this one is original. This is one of your original smoke detectors. They're all wired together. They should work. This one's getting dated. In the bathroom, this has all been refinished. So this surface, I don't know if you can tell that little bump right there, but that was there before they recoated it, so it's not going to go anywhere. It's really going to stick out like a sore thumb now, and you can kind of see the shimmer, the shine on that countertop. That's a finished material, so they just covered up whatever is down there. Unfortunately, we've got some mold. I don't want to use the M word, mold, but I know it is. It's growing, it stinks, it's black. All this wood has got to go. It's really musty underneath this sink. Toilets are flushing fine. Missing our drains in the shower, both the showers, but this has been refinished as well. Not sure if you can tell how shiny that is. That's been recently refinished. So over time, this is just going to scratch off. Feels like they did a pretty good job installing it. Sometimes it doesn't adhere very well, but the shower head in here does spray the wall over on it. We got a little bit of a leak right here, shooting back onto the wall, and that's going to go behind the shower head and cause some damage. The primary, they took out a ceiling fan. I only know this because of the 3 switches here. 2 of them would be for a fan, and then we've got a turn dial for fan control, but they've taken it out and just put a light up on top. It's working. Same thing with windows. No latch, no latch. Using wood to block it up. Same thing on this bathroom. We've had a refinished tub and shower. Missing drain. It's almost identical to the last bathroom. Toilet's different, but it is secure. Looking for water damage around the toilet. This surface has been refinished too. And we've got some more minor damage underneath this sink. It's not as musty. It doesn't look like it's growing anything, but there is a little bit of wear and tear. Of course, we like to test out the fans, and that fan didn't want to come on today. Ventilation is #1 important in a bathroom. You do have a window up here, but we know how good those latches are to do. Moving on to the main house, we've got some tile work over here in the main way that's popped up a little bit. We've just done some grout work there that not very good. Not sure what's going on there. It's not really an efficiency, but just something to point out. Missing our screen. Locking. It's a little bit sticky today. See, the seal is starting to come out right there. That just lets moisture in between the two window panes. I was looking around in the corners, looking up at the ceilings. We've got almost 20-year-old house today, so we're a little bit concerned about the underlayment. We get about 20 years out of that. Sorry, I'll turn the dishwasher off here. So, security system. Yeah, so the underlayment looks good today. We've got flat roof tile. And you can see on the neighbor's house, those are S tiles. Now up on top of this roof, they're actually just flat. Garbage disposal was working in the sink today, but we do have some repairs down here. You can see this has actually been covered. Whatever was damaged down here has been covered by this laminate material, and it doesn't go up all the way. You can see the top of it in the back of the cabinet. So I'm not sure what damage lies below that plastic, but we can see on the cabinet next to it that there has been some damage. You can see that wood rot back in the corner. You can see the back area there is really damaged by water too. They've got this shelf kind of propped up to kind of hide it. They thought they were smart. Well, would you look at that? You can't hide everything. This is water damage, likely from the window. I don't see any plumbing leaks right now, but this is pretty damaged. Drawers, cabinets, a little bit wore out, but they're operational today. Sink and faucet. No real issues. Got hot water really quickly. Proper cabinet screws. Oven's got an anti-tip device on the back of it. Microwave ventilates to the exterior. So you've got that little metal box up there. And it goes outside. The island is GFCI protected. Don't have a fridge today. I don't have any way to test that water without making a mess. Pop open closets and make sure there's nothing inside. Termites love closets, but you can see we've got another dial here. This is likely for in-house music, but I don't see speakers. We'll typically have batt insulation up on sidewalls inside the house. So on a vaulted ceiling, if you've got a side wall that goes straight up, there's no way to insulate that with cellulose insulation, so they stick batt up there, but it's very common for it to fall down over time. We've got a couple pieces of it that have fallen down here. So that insulation just needs to be stuck back up into place to make sure that the temperature doesn't go from the attic into the home. So I can tell that this is the area on that sidewall up in the attic that is missing insulation. You see that blue spot? Because it's cold outside, I've got the heater running, so we're looking for blue cold areas up in the attic because I've got it over 70 degrees in the house, but that uninsulated area is below 70 degrees. This red area is just coming over from the heat vent, so that's just blowing hot air against that wall right next to that cold spot. So we need some insulation to be put back up there just to help keep that temperature controlled. So that's pretty typical on a home with vaulted ceilings where you've got those flat spots. I think there was a spot over on that side wall too. Let's see if we can't find it in the other bedroom. It sticks out quite a bit up there. That looks good. That looks good. Really, an infrared camera for a homeowner comes in handy in a lot of different instances. You can find where hot and cold are getting in and out of your house. You can find water damage. You can find water leaks. You can find so many things. And for a camera that costs $300, you'll save that money just in the damages that you can prevent by finding them before they get worse. The garage door was off, so I manually tried to open it, and it didn't work out so well. Came detached. And the railing